Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Mrs. Charnel D, and I'm back with another video. Today I just wanted to talk and give you guys some steps on if you're a nurse or LPN, specifically a LPN because I'm LPN, but nurse roles in general, how to land a work from home nurse role. And my videos are all about lifestyle. I'm a mother, a content creator, a nurse, a wife. So I wear many hats, and that's basically what my channel is about. Anything that I have a role in, that's what my channel is about. So that's why I mainly talk about lifestyle topics. Like I said, mainly marriage, motherhood. You'll see me doing some fashion hauls as well as and stuff like that. Motivation, nursing, things like that along those lines. So if you're interested in any of those topics, definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe. But without further ado, I want to get started. So first, how to land a work from home job or role as a nurse, as a work from home job. Yeah, as a nurse. So first, don't be so quick to give up. So don't think that it's going to take 2 times and then you're going to have a role. It doesn't always happen like that. Sometimes it does happen for people like that, but it usually doesn't happen like that. So that's number one. Don't be so quick to give up, because you're going to have to apply at least about 20-30 times before you see something that, you know, is going to hit you in the head and be like, yeah, this is it. You'll even get some offers that aren't really what you want. So that's why I say keep applying. Number 2, you're going to want to tailor your resume to whatever position you are applying for. So for example, in the header of like your intro on your resume, and if you guys need help, I don't mind helping with that. I don't have necessarily a business for it yet, but I do get people that ask me about this, so eventually I'm probably gonna start charging for it. But yes, you want to tailor your resume to whatever job you're applying for. So for example, you just want to make sure that, and honestly, the job I have, I didn't necessarily tailor it to the job I got hired for. My intro basically said, hey, it was like a broad entry, but it was basically saying, hey, I have these qualities. This is the type of role I'm looking for. Blase, blase. So that's what you want to do. You want to, especially if it's one you really, really want, definitely tailor your header to, I keep saying header. Basically, tailor your intro on your resume, or your summary on your resume, to fit whatever position you seriously want, or the position you seriously want. I would even make a list of the jobs you've applied for, and just put like a check mark on the process that you're in. I will even make a list of like, hey, these are my top 5, and then the rest of them, just, you know, make a list of them so you know you've applied to them already. And then, was that number 2? I don't know. But anyways, yes, so you want to make sure that, like I said, you tailor your resume to whatever job you're trying to get. Then, okay, and let me give you an example. So you don't want to say, hey, I'm looking for a role where I'm working on the floor as an LPN, or working on the floor, like something like that. You don't want it to kind of not make sense with the role that you're pursuing, is what I'm trying to say. Then number 3, you want to use sites such as LinkedIn, Glassdoor. You can use Indeed, trickle Indeed in there, because I'm not gonna ever just say no, don't try it, because you never know what you can find. But I say LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and I would definitely say use like the nursing sites, like the nursefirm.com. It's a couple other nursing ones. So when you have ones that are tailored to nurses, those are going to be good ones too, because they're specifically for nursing jobs. And like I said, Glassdoor and LinkedIn are high on my list, because they make the application process pretty simple for you. And well, most of them do. Some of them do require you to go to the site and still apply, things like that. So that's number 3. That's number 3. Number 4, I would say, those are the biggest things, in all honesty. Those are the biggest things. That's why I said you got to keep applying. Tailor that resume to whatever job you're applying for. And then 3, you want to use those specific sites. I would say heavily, more so than others, because you may more likely get a higher qualifying, like a good, better job on those, using those sites. Unless you get somebody that recommended you or things like that. If you can't get somebody to recommend you or give you a referral, that's great too. Number 4, so this is going over into the other side. So interview process. So say you qualify for the interview. They're like, hey, we want to give you an interview, because some places require you to do 2 interviews. I kind of had to do 2 interviews. So yeah, I had to basically do 2 interviews. So what you want to do is, because sometimes they'll do like a screener and then they'll do an actual interview. Some places will keep, they want you after that. That was the process for mine, for all 3 of the ones that wanted to hire me. I did the screener, went through the screener, I got the interview. I basically passed the interview process on all 3 of those positions. After that, I decided on which one I wanted, because I had options, and I went which one was better for me. So yes, when you get your interview though, first you want to make sure you're listening to what they're saying, and that you're listening to what the job requires. You gotta listen to that, because a lot of people, they'll get into a role and they're like, oh my gosh, this role is this and that, but they're not paying attention to what the role entails. So that. Then you also want to make sure that you can see yourself at this job for at least a year, I guess. However long you say, how long, whatever your time frame is. Make sure the job is make sure you can see yourself at the job. Of course, you want to make sure the pay is in your range. I would even go as far as making a list of your non-negotiables when it comes to a position. That's very important, because then those are the things you're going to always have issues with if you don't make sure that you have your non-negotiables, basically, stuff like that. Then lastly, what I would say is, during the interview process, you want to sell yourself. So you almost want to brag about yourself. And I say this because a lot of people think that, no, I don't want to brag. No, you brag about yourself, because you tell them, hey, well, this is why you need me on board. This is why I would be a great candidate for this. This is why you want me, basically, on board. So make sure you, like, whatever qualities you possess, whether you're very good with people, whether you're a fast typer, whether you are good at working in a team, you put say all 3 of those things, because they're all great qualities. So whatever it is, make sure you brag about yourself. Make sure you tell them, hey, well, this is what I'm needed on this time, or this is why I would be a great addition to this team, the team. And in a way, like, you got to be like, yeah, because I think I would be a great addition because this isn't this. People love that. Like, you'd be surprised at how you could really get people with that, because I had never worked from home before, and the position I have, basically, I never worked at home before. But I remember my manager basically told me, hey, well, one of the reasons I basically hired you was because, like, that was another thing. Like, I try to be happy. Like, I try to look at the positive in things for the most part, because I have my moments. But that was one thing she said she loved about me, is that, my personality, and just how I made a point to let her know, like, hey, let her know that I don't know, like, my personality is more on the bubbly side sometimes. But so you want to just make sure that you are transparent and to an extent. But make sure you're transparent, because some people I get out here tell their whole life story. Don't do that. But yeah, so just be, tell them about yourself, brag about yourself. But that's pretty honestly it. If you guys have any other questions, or you want any other videos on this topic, please let me know. I'll be happy to share. But yeah, just comment, like, share, subscribe. And like I said, if you guys have any other ideas or want any other questions answered in another video, please let me know. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys during the next video. Thanks for watching.